Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Crank This from the Digital Forge, with me, Kyla. Today, we are going to drop into a different style of creator. Now, many out there have a story thread or something to say, which is explored through symphonic metal or death metal as examples. But this band explore through multiple genres and have a really unique take on how they get there. The band I'm talking about is HardDrive. Now, HardDrive aren't simply making individual music videos. They are building an ongoing rock band adventure featuring a permanent lineup, their dog Rhodey, and a tour bus equipped with a portal-opening gizmo that can throw them into virtually any setting or musical style. Yes, that is wonderfully ridiculous and such a fun take on giving your band a solid identity and allowing it to experiment with different genres and sounds. The song we will look at today is Blood and Money, I Got This. And this feels more like an origin song than anything else. But before we dive in, let's take a listen.
Like knives, suits circle close, they push our lives. Amber flinches, hands too near, eyes of the wolves, a silent snare. Cold watches, raven stands tight. Dreams on paper, hearts in fight. The deals they pitch are cold as stone, but we're together, not alone. A glass spills crimson tide, pressure rising, nowhere to hide. Then through the hall a shadow walks, numbers flying, truth talks. Amber, look, his voice is calm. I got this, we'll break their charm. Contracts curl and catch a flame, freedom rising in the gap.
The song establishes its character almost immediately. This is big, confident, hard rock built around forward motion. The tempo is good and gives it enough weight to feel powerful without sacrificing momentum. The guitars provide the muscle, but the arrangement also makes room for melodic elements, including the violin, which adds personality without softening the track. That combination is important because HardDrive clearly are not restricting themselves to one narrow definition of rock. The foundation is heavy, but the surrounding details can change depending on the story being told. Vocally, the performance has the confidence the title demands. The repeated "I got this" idea becomes more than a catchy refrain. It becomes the song's statement of intent. The lyrics are about taking control when somebody else believes they hold all the power. Blood and money represent leverage, contracts, influence, ownership, and the assumption that everything and everyone can be bought. But the response is not uncertainty or surrender. It's, I know exactly what I am doing. That simple phrase carries a surprising amount of character. It sounds self-assured, slightly confrontational, and almost dismissive of the people attempting to manipulate the situation. Rather than filling the lyrics with unnecessary complexity, the song builds around a clear emotional center: confidence under pressure. The video gives that conflict a physical setting. We begin in a polished corporate world of glass buildings, expensive interiors, and intimidating meeting rooms. The imagery immediately creates a divide between creative identity and financial authority. The woman entering that environment appears isolated at first, facing people who seemingly control the deal, the paperwork, and the money. But she never feels powerless. That's where the song and video work particularly well together. The lyrics say, "I got this," while the visuals show somebody refusing to be overwhelmed by the scale of the machine surrounding her. Contracts are placed on tables, decisions are made behind closed doors, money and control hang over the entire meeting. Yet the video doesn't portray her as somebody waiting to be rescued. She remains the central force within the scene. Once the full performance sections arrive, the energy expands considerably. The corporate storyline gives way to the band on stage, backed by dramatic lighting, large crowds, and fast-cut individual performance shots. The singer has a strong visual presence, but the video also gives the other musicians room to exist as members of an actual band, rather than anonymous figures placed behind the vocalist. The bassist, guitarist, drummer, and violinist each receive recognizable moments, helping establish HardDrive as a continuing lineup. Roadie also makes an appearance, because apparently every major rock production needs a dog watching from the side of the stage. Honestly, fair enough. The performance footage grows progressively larger as the song develops. Crowd shots make the chorus feel communal, while the camera movement and lighting help sell the scale of the event. There is also a strong contrast between the cold, controlled atmosphere of the boardroom and the heat and colour of the stage. One world attempts to contain the band, the other allows them to become themselves. And then there is the train. Throughout the video, the locomotive functions as both a recurring visual motif and a representation of HardDrive themselves. It is heavy, mechanical, and nearly impossible to stop once it gains momentum. By the final section, the train, the band, and the song all seem to become part of the same accelerating force. The explosions are unapologetically excessive, the scale becomes increasingly cinematic, and the entire sequence pushes towards the HardDrive identity reveal. Subtle? Absolutely not. But this is an epic hard rock finale. A polite departure from the station would have felt rather disappointing. What makes this track particularly effective is that it works on two levels. As an individual track, it is a confident, melodic hard rock song with a strong hook, energetic performances, and a clear lyrical message. As the finale to Blood and Money, it completes the band's formation and prepares the audience for the larger HardDrive concept. That concept gives the creator enormous freedom. Once the band owns a tour bus capable of opening portals, they can move into blues, jazz, cyberpunk, westerns, piracy, medieval worlds, or virtually anything else without replacing the established characters. The genre changes, but HardDrive remain HardDrive. That's a clever way of turning musical variety into part of the story, rather than treating it as a lack of direction. This is a band built to travel anywhere, and judging by the ending of this video, they aren't asking permission before they leave. This song has confident lyrics, ambitious visual storytelling, a memorable lineup, and enough firepower to make the average railway operator deeply uncomfortable. This song deserves to be cranked. Go and give the creator some love. Links to the channel are in the description below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Digital Forge to stay up to date with what's going on in the AI, rock, and metal music scene. I am Kyla, and this is Crank This. Be safe out there, and I will see you all on the next one. Now go ahead and crank this.